It was a quiet night in the temple of Shiloh, and a young boy named Samuel lay fast asleep, nestled near the ark of God. His heart was full of reverence, though he didn't yet know the Lord as he would soon come to know him. In that silence, the voice of God broke through the stillness. The voice called his name. "Samuel! Samuel!" Samuel quickly sprang to his feet, his eyes wide in confusion, and rushed to the room where the elderly priest, Eli, lay. "Here am I. You called me," Samuel said, panting from his run. Eli, tired and groggy, looked up and said, "I did not call you. Go back to bed, my child." Samuel, though puzzled, obeyed and lay back down, but the voice called out again, "Samuel! Samuel!" Samuel, heart racing with urgency, rose once more, his feet padding softly on the stone floor. He went back to Eli, again saying, "Here am I, you called me." Eli, now more aware of what was happening, smiled with understanding and said, "Go back to bed, my son. If the voice calls you again, say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant hears.'" Samuel returned to his place, his heart now a little calmer. The room was still, and his body relaxed back onto the mat. But then, once more, the voice of God called, "Samuel! Samuel!" This time, Samuel knew. With reverence in his voice, he replied, "Speak, Lord, for your servant hears." The Lord spoke to Samuel in that holy moment, revealing his plan for the future of Israel. "Behold, I will do a thing in Israel, at which both the ears of everyone that hears it shall tingle." And as the Lord spoke, Samuel felt the weight of his words. This was not just a calling, it was a divine commission. Samuel, now chosen, would carry God's message to Israel, and the Spirit of the Lord would be with him. The next morning, Samuel's heart was heavy, for he knew that the words of the Lord were not easy to bear. Yet, he was ready. As Eli asked, "What did the Lord say to you? Don't hide it from me," Samuel spoke with trembling, his voice full of awe and reverence. And Samuel told Eli everything, revealing God's judgment on Eli's family, for their disobedience had grieved the Lord. Eli, though burdened, acknowledged the truth of the Lord's will and accepted what God had said. From that moment on, Samuel grew, and the Lord was with him. The word of the Lord was precious in those days, and Samuel was the one to carry it. God knew Samuel by name. Just as God knew Samuel, he knows your name too. He calls each of us with purpose, inviting us to listen, to obey, and to follow his plan for our lives. Will you listen to his call? Will you answer, "Speak, Lord, for your servant hears"? This story is a beautiful reminder that God knows your name. He is not a distant, unknowable force. He is a personal God who calls each of us to fulfill his purpose. Just as he knew Samuel's name, he knows your name. He calls you to listen, to follow, and to serve him. Sometimes, like Samuel, we may not recognize God's voice right away. We might mistake it for something else or not understand the calling. But God is patient. He speaks to us again and again, inviting us into a deeper relationship with him. And when we respond, just like Samuel did, with a heart that is ready to listen and obey, God reveals his plan for our lives. He calls us not based on what we've done, but simply because he knows us and loves us. God's calling is personal. He knows your strengths, your weaknesses, your fears, and your dreams. And just like he called Samuel, he calls you by name.